Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived. I've been a YouTuber for almost 6 years, and I have never done a tier list ever. But today we're doing the very first one. We're going to rank every legend in Apex Legends Mobile. And a lot of you have been asking, what's the best legend? Which one should you play? And I've now sunk in a lot of hours in Apex Mobile. Have I played every legend? No, but I've also killed a lot of them. So I know how they work, and this is going to be controversial, okay? There's going to be people in the comments, oh my god, Wynnsanity, I can't believe you ranked Mirage B tier. Have you no idea how good he is? The competitive composition of Gibraltar and Fade's so good. Wynnsanity, you suck. There's going to be tons of people telling me how bad this list is, and that's why I'm excited to do it, fam. So let's get started. We're going left to right. Let's get started with Bangalore. I am going to rank Bangalore relatively low, my friends. If you guys know, she's got the smoke grenade. She's got like some kind of airstrike ultimate. She's not that good, and if I'm being honest, most of the Bangalores that I come up against, I usually kill them. So I'm gonna rank her, you know what, let's be spicy. Let's just do it, D tier. Bangalore, more like Dangalore. She's on the bottom tier, fam, okay? Honestly, one of the worst legends in my opinion. Next up, we have Bloodhound. This is the one you get in the tutorial. Everybody knows Bloodhound because he's got the scan ability. It's like the wall hacks. You can literally see the enemies. He's not bad. His Beast of the Hunt ability is really good. The ultimate, you can scan nonstop. You move so fast. I didn't realize you move faster during the ultimate. That's pretty cool, but I still don't see a lot of Bloodhounds up in Diamond, Master, and Predator lobbies. Let's give him a good old-fashioned right down the middle B tier for Mr. Bloodhound. B for Bloodhound. That's why I did that. Next up, this is my personal favorite. I've been pushing ranks. We're almost to Master. My main man, Caustic. This guy's incredible. You can block doors with his traps. You can put up to 6 gas traps. His ultimate ability can completely smoke out a room. And I've gotten so many knocks on people triggering my traps. And you can thirst players that are downed by putting a trap next to them. He's so good. And honestly, his mobility is not that bad either. Even though he doesn't like have all the fancy features like an Octane. He is, without a doubt, one of the staples in competitive Apex Mobile. When you're talking about master lobbies, predators, a lot of people are using Caustic. He's on almost every team. Super good, and he's going to be our first S-tier legend. Next up, the mobile exclusive legend, Fade. This is not on Apex PC, not on console. We don't know that much about Fade. You're not going to go on the internet and find tons of articles and guides and walkthroughs on how to use Fade because he's only been in the game for like a week now, so he's still a little bit fresh. And at first, he looked really OP, right? We would have said S tier, maybe A tier. But the more that we use him, I'm not so sure. So now, I've seen people who are very skilled with Fade use his rewind ability and like be God tier with it. Go in, get your teammates' banners, zip out of there. But for an offensive character and for winning fights and stuff, I'm not so sure about it. And if I'm being honest, controversial opinion coming up here, I think his Void Grenade, Void Cage ultimate ability kinda sucks. So I'm gonna have to put him down in the B tier. He's not terrible. His little like kind of speed boost he gets when he slides is cool, but I'm not crazy thrilled with Fade on launch right now, okay? He's not going to be up in the top 2 tiers. But the next guy might be, and that's Gibby, Mr. Gibraltar. Very defensive, and he's got that dome ability, which you can use every like 25, 30 seconds. Super OP. You're seeing a lot of Gibbies in these high-tier ranked gameplays, and his ability is super defensive, and he's also got kind of like an airstrike thing similar to Bangalore. We're going to put him up into S tier. He's going to be an S tier, okay? Gibraltar is definitely S tier. These two guys right here, you got to have them. You got to have them. They're just so good. I've played with different teammates who don't use Gibraltar because remember, I'm Caustic. And, you know, there's been a lot of times that I wish we had that dome ability because it doesn't just help Gibraltar. It helps your teammates too. It helps the whole team get protected. You can put down a dome, get a quick revive. Super dope. Now, speaking of revives, we also have Lifeline. She is one that you might be able to use in higher tiers. But other than that, it's a little bit, I don't know. Lifeline, let's talk about her, right? She's got an ultimate ability that brings down a care package. It's like a guaranteed purple vest, which is super cool. But again, it's not a very offensive character. It's much more support. So it could be decided, you know, what your playstyle is if you're more of a defensive Lifeline kind of player. Now, her revive bot is incredible. Now, that is the thing that makes her super OP, especially up in the higher ranks. Being able to pick up your teammates, but not actually have to stand there and pick them up yourselves is super important. And if you have a gold backpack, by the way, the teammates that you revive will come back with more health. And that does apply to Lifeline's bot as well. So if she has a gold backpack, she uses her revive bot, she'll pick you up and you'll have more HP from the revive bot from that gold backpack perk. So Lifeline is pretty good. I think it might be a little controversial if I'm going to rank her higher than a B tier. I could see her being a B tier. I don't know. There's a lot of balanced, just kind of middle legends. I'm going to go with B tier for Lifeline. Next up, we have Octane. This was one of my personal favorites because for pub stomping, just getting a ton of high kills, super fast mobility, and still a little bit beginner friendly, Octane is incredible. I also love that he's one of the only legends that has that ability where you kind of take your own HP. He hurts himself, risk and reward, right? To go faster, and I love that about him. It's such a super cool like necromancer kind of vibe to him. Like if you guys know from MMOs, like necromancy and all of these abilities that you can like take your own health in order to like, you know, get an ability is super cool. So I know I didn't say much about Octane, but he's still really good for being very, very fast-paced and escaping enemies. And his bounce pad, again, similar to Gibraltar, that's an ultimate that can help your entire team. Not only does he get to bounce and go faster, your teammates can take that same bounce pad. So I'm going to have to say Octane is an A tier. You can play him up in higher ranks, but I don't know. I still would prefer, you know, maybe a different composition. Caustic and Gibraltar, maybe with an Octane could work, because Gibby and Caustic are a little bit slow. Octane can come in and help it go a little bit faster, but I don't think he's quite up in the S tier. Next, we have Mirage. Now, Mirage has, you know, some interesting things to talk about. He's got his ultimate party ability where he just splits off into like 7 different Mirages. Can be a little annoying, but I don't really have a hard time figuring out which Mirage is the real one, especially when you see him like healing when all the other ones are not healing. So it's not super hard to figure out. His decoy ability is pretty much useless. I know there's going to be some people saying, oh, I'm a Mirage and I got the Predator and I use a decoy every time and look how good I am. I know. All these legends, whether they're D tier, S tier, B tier, whatever, if you master the legend, of course you can be cracked with it. But I personally don't really see a lot going on with Mirage. So I think he's going to be our only C tier legend. Next up's Pathfinder. This guy's all right. He's got a lot of mobility. The zip lines are cool, and you can get up into some really sneaky spots up in the mountains. These little cliff edges where you can just kind of hide there and stuff. Not exactly my favorite playstyle, but he is very good. And the zip line ability, just like Octane, crazy, crazy fast, and you can use it all the time. Super awesome. And the mobility that Pathfinder brings can work well with Caustic and Gibraltar for like a good 3-man squad. So I'm going to put them in A tier. These guys have really, really good mobility. Might not work well together, but if you pair them up with some other guys like Caustic and Gibraltar, that could be a good composition. And last but not least, we have Wraith. This is a big fan favorite. Obviously, she can go invisible into the void. She can create portals, which is super OP, especially for getting out of sticky situations. If I'm knocked, she can make a portal somewhere else, and then I can crawl through the portal knocked so she can revive me into a safe place. That is really, really good, and her voiding away ability to go invisible, also very powerful for getting away. I would make her S tier, but I will say Wraith, it's so easy to see her invisible. You know how many times I've seen a Wraith try to like go into the void to get away? I might have to make her be A tier. Now, all right, this is the list, fam. Caustic and Gibby at the top, Octane, Pathfinder, and Wraith A tier. Bloodhound, Fane, Lifeline in the B tier. Mirage is C tier. Bangalore is D tier. Now I'm looking at this. Before I submit for criticism across the entire Apex mobile ecosystem and I'm laughed out of the room, and all the pros and Ferg and Noah and all the COD mobile guys are like, that Wynnsanity guy, he doesn't freaking know what he's talking about, bro. Is there anything I would want to change about this? Can I make him like a little higher? No, I'm like, can I make Bloodhound be like a B+ or something? I guess I don't think I can do that. Bloodhound would be like in the middle. He's really good. Finding out where enemies are super, super OP. If there was anything I'd change, it would be maybe Bloodhound to A. That's the only thing I could think of. But I think we're gonna have to, we'll submit it there, all right? I'll lock it in. Let me know below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Was this a controversial video, or did I get it right and I actually know what I'm talking about? I guess we'll have to go to the comments to find out. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys are enjoying Apex Mobile. I can definitely tell you that I am as well. So that's all I have for you today, and I will see you guys next time.